Hello everybody, welcome back. We are in the living room. Today we're starting in the living room. Well, today we're only going to be in the living room. I've been doing this thing with my videos where I'm like, I'll do that and that and that and that and that and that in this video. And then I go to edit the video and I'm like, this video is way too long. I didn't need to do this much. I'm doing an upload every week. I didn't need to try and squish a million things into this one weekly video. Come back next week and you can see the rest. And then the week after that and the week after that. So we're just gonna be in the living room today. It might even be a short video, who knows? We're starting over here because above the TV here we have a can light. And I've never liked this can light. It has a little trim piece that's not on there anymore, but you can see in there and you can see like all the little elements of screws and holes and what's going on in the can. So I want to change it. And I put all these pot lights in my garage, but I think it was like a 10 pack and I only needed a 9 or something weird like that. So I have one extra. So we're going to be putting the extra up here. I remember when I first moved in trying to take out this light and having no clue what's going on. And now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think I know exactly what's going on. And that's on growth. And that's on learning. I feel like I've been walking around all morning, like looking at my house and not sure what I'm doing today. So this hopefully will get the ball rolling. Okay, I need to go get my socket set. And I don't want to go get my socket set. Woo! Look at her go. I'll never say enough 'cause it was not said to you, even if it leads nowhere. Firstly, I would like to address my face. Okay, not that I really care how I look like that much. I mean, of course I do, but if something happens that feels like it's kind of out of my control, acne, well, I guess you can pretty much change everything else. You know what I mean? Like the things that I can't change about myself, I'm kind of like, okay, well, whatever, this is what it is. We've all had acne, we've all had skin problems, we've all had diarrhea, like whatever. So I got perioral dermatitis. I don't know if you can really see it in the camera right now. Maybe I'll come a little bit closer. Can you see it? Yeah. So I got perioral dermatitis. It's on my skin right here, on my chin. I guess all I'm trying to say is that if you're like, wow, why does she have so much acne on her chin? I have perioral dermatitis, okay? That's why. I've had perioral dermatitis one time before in the past. When I was in a toxic relationship, I was so stressed out that I got all this, I thought it was hormonal acne at the time, and then it went away after I was done with this relationship. And this time, when we were on our road trip, all of a sudden I started to notice that I started to get acne on my chin, and I thought it was acne. And then it wasn't going away for like a month or two, and I was like, this is definitely perioral dermatitis. I've seen it online before. I've seen girls have it on YouTube and TikTok and whatever. And so I Googled perioral dermatitis. Most common causes are steroid creams and chewing gum. Thought to be chewing gum is one of the biggest triggers. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but I started chewing gum a few months ago. I was like, I can't believe I haven't been chewing gum. I love gum. Why did I stop chewing gum when I was a kid? Like, I love chewing gum. And you can just buy gum and chew it whenever you want. Apparently it's like something to do with the things that are in the gum. I got what I thought was like the most natural gum you could get. But even the essential oils that are in it can irritate your skin. So I got perioral dermatitis, I think from the gum. I stopped chewing the gum though like a month ago, and the perioral dermatitis is not going away. I think it's really hard to get rid of from what I've researched. So anyways, I'm on a full journey to get rid of this. I'll talk more about it at the end of the video maybe, because if you don't care, I don't want to rant about it right now. But yeah, I have perioral dermatitis, or peri-D as me and my friends like to call it. And that's okay. I'm sure I'll get rid of it. It's starting to go away with the regimen that I've started because I didn't want to do an antibiotic or an antibiotic cream. I'd rather do a more natural way. And I went to the doctor and she gave me this cream, but I don't think it's going to work. So I don't want to try it because I think it's actually might make it worse. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, my version of peri-D also is not like itchy or flaking or hurting. Like some people get really extreme cases and mine's just kind of looks bad, but it doesn't bother me at all. So that's good. Okay, now that that's over, now that we've addressed the peri-D in the room, we're going to install this light. Oh, and that's why I started talking to you, is because I wanted to tell you about this light. Okay, this is a pot light. obviously.
Obviously.
And lots of people don't like pot lights because they tend to be very bright hospital lighting. And I just wanted to say that nowadays you can get these, which it's very easy to install. It's just a box that sits in the ceiling and then this goes in, opposed to like the big giant pot light that you used to have to get to have recessed lighting. And you can actually change the tone of the light. So this little toggle switch, I don't think you can read it, but it says 5K, 4K, and 3K. So 3K is warm lighting. Your warm light bulbs are usually around 2700 K, whatever that means. And then 5000 is like bright daylight. So we're gonna push it to the 3K so that it's a warm light. And they're really easy to install. You don't have to have a junction box or anything. This is the junction box. And you just click the wire into one of these holes. There's multiple in case you're doing multiple, then you would need to use a few of these holes, but we're only doing one. So we're just going to take our black wire and our other black wire, and you just click it in to place, and it actually holds in there really well. But also, if you want to change them out, I saw this online because I needed to change one out and I didn't know how, and you're yanking on it and you can't get it out because that's how solidly it's in there. But if you wiggle the wire, like if I just start wiggling it back and forth like this, it'll come off. Or not wiggle, I guess. If you twist it while you're pulling, it'll come off. So I'm gonna connect the black to the black, the white to the white, and then we're gonna turn it on. Voila! Just wanted to make sure that it works. So now what we do is we push our wires into the box, we close up. Oh, the hole in the ceiling is much bigger than the pot light. The hole in the ceiling is much bigger than the pot light. The hole in the ceiling is much bigger than the pot light. There's always an issue, isn't there? That's annoying. I don't want to have to drywall this hole to make it smaller. I need to do some research. New solution alert! We have a new solution. You can't really tell right now because it's on. I'll turn it off. So I just rewired the can light. We love just, you know, unwiring something just to put it back in place. Why not? I checked my bulbs and I had this big glass globe bulb from IKEA. It's a part of their like smart bulbs thing. It's a trad fry or something like that. And it works with this remote that I have in my room, but I'm not using this one right now. So we're gonna put it in here because I like the effect it's giving. I just didn't like that it was like an empty hole where you could see all the wiring and stuff going on. And also I'm gonna paint this white. I don't know why I painted this black ever. That was never a good idea. But this is gonna go around it. And then you can see it's gonna be like this little mini half globe in the ceiling, which is actually cute. I think I like it better than I would have even liked the pot light. So this is kind of cool. So I'm gonna paint this and then we'll put it up later. Now that that is done and dealt with, we are moving on and we're gonna be doing the shelves. These shelves don't look very good. I mean, they look fine, but I would like to redo them. I've always wanted a closed door on a couple of the sections to hide some things. And I think that they're too sporadic right now. I really want the top to just be bookshelf and for there to be a bit more uniformity. Is that a word? In here. So this is what I just drew. We have bookshelves going across the top. We have closed door over here, closed door over here. Gonna raise up this lamp a little bit, bring this plant down. It's gonna be blurry in the background, sorry, but you can see it's just a little, there's just some little tweaks and things. And then we'll see about the closed door situation because it might be tricky. So we're gonna do a closed door here. We're gonna do a closed door up here. Potentially a closed door right here, but I don't think that's gonna look very good. I think maybe it should just be open underneath of that lamp there. We've got the lava lamp, plant still kind of in the same spot. This is gonna be a piece of art, hopefully in this bigger section because I like the look of that. I guess I'm gonna take everything off of the shelves and I think I'm gonna rearrange all of the shelves that I want to rearrange for now. All the ones that are gonna stay on the pins because right now they're just on shelf pins. But obviously if I want it to have a door that swings open, it's gonna have to be screwed solidly into place. So let's put up all the ones that are just gonna be pins and then we'll work on the cabinets after. Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started in high. Let's get it started in here. I really don't like this little wiggly shelf that I made. anymore, but it's so practical for the remotes and for like a little coffee, so it's living here until we find a better solution. Brendan, his name is Brendan. Brendan, his name is Brendan, and he is sending my heart to the moon. His name is Brendan, his name is Brendan. I also never sealed these shelves or anything, shocker. And I'm probably never going to. I think this stain was like a mix stain that I used, so the new boards probably aren't gonna match perfectly. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. These shelves are actually like really kind of ugly. I didn't know what wood conditioner was. I mean, I still don't really know what wood conditioner is, but I didn't do a very good job, honestly. That's okay. I don't really care that the wood looks weird. Or do I? I don't know, I just don't know. Like I did such a bad job of sanding and everything. And if I wanted to, now would be the time to like sand them down and stain them nicer. I'm not doing that though. I really don't want to. Let's just get them in place. And then if I want to, later I can do that. Because they're just removable anyway. These ones anyway. I really didn't want to move the couch, but it's just gonna make my life that much easier, isn't it? Never mind, I'm taking the squiggly shelf down. Not bad, not too bad, not too bad. This board wasn't big enough to go all the way to the end, and I was just gonna leave it. I did leave it, obviously, that's why it's still like that. But we're fixing it now. Cause I'm just cool like that. Like I just am getting it done, you know what I mean? And as you can see, we're already running into the wood being a different color problem, but that's a problem for later. We're gonna fix that problem later. This board is also bowed, but like, ask me if I care. Ask me. Ask me if I care. Lovely. That's absolutely lovely. The torque on this driver is insane though. I've rearranged the shelves as much as I could. I've gone to Home Depot to get a board that is going to be the fronts of the cabinets because I needed 1x12. It's like 11 inches, and so that's going to be the two cabinets that are going to come down. But I need to go to Habitat for Humanity and get hinges for those. But I probably won't do that till Monday, and it's Saturday. So I think we'll finish this on Monday. We're going to clean it up. Oh, I also pretty much matched the stain for the shelves. I matched it well enough anyway, for my liking. I'm just gonna stain this little section here. Honestly, this is my second time using wood conditioner and I just don't think it's doing much. Like the stain still looks kind of bad. Okay, now I think I've actually done what I can. We're gonna put it back together till Monday. So I don't really have any more books and we're building a bookshelf. But I'm not gonna buy books just to have them on a shelf. So I might do 3 cupboards. Well, I'm gonna have to definitely do at least 3 cupboards because right now there's not gonna be anything on the shelf. Sorry, the camera died. I have a wedgie. Okay, firstly, I would like to say that this is not the final configuration. Obviously, we need to put the cupboards in and we need to move the plants around and stuff. We'll do that later on Monday. Quickly tonight, let's do the living room configuration. So if you watched the last video where I talked about the living room, you might know that we were having a struggle bus because I had 2 chairs here, 2 brown chairs here. We liked that. However, I also want to keep this gorgeous black recliner. And this was our problem because it didn't have anywhere to go. And so I tried moving the pedestal that's over here and putting the black chair there, but then the black chair was a little bit too much black with the black wall behind it. Just didn't feel right. And I really like that cork pedestal there because it has all of our electronic stuff for the TV in it. Then I was playing around with things and I thought, oh wait, this is perfect. So first we're gonna turn the rug back and then I'll show you what it's gonna look like. Rug looks pretty good here. Okay, brown chairs are going here now. The squiggly pedestal is going in between the two chairs, which I think it always was between the two chairs. Black chair goes here. Yes, perfection. Candlestick stays here. And this thing that we were struggling to find a place for before goes here. Ta-da! And it's a perfect configuration. Am I right? It's perfect. And that's that. This is the configuration. And I gotta go eat sushi right now though, because Brendan and I are running the half marathon tomorrow, the Calgary half marathon. It's gonna be amazing. However, it does start at 7 a.m., which I'm not excited for that early wake up, am I? No, of course not. So I guess I'll see you on Monday. I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see. Brendan's dirty socks. Hey guys, I'm back, baby. So we did the run yesterday. It went really well. I did get a cramp. I knew I shouldn't have eaten an apple before, and I ate an apple before. I was nervous about being hungry on the run, but I should have learned from the last time when we did the 10K. I had a cramp the whole time because I drank a soda water right before. I ate the apple before. Cramp was like started to kick in, started to get a little painful. Kilometer 9, really feeling it. Kilometer 13, I'm making Brendan walk because it's hurting so bad. We walked 3 times. We were aiming for, well, my ultimate goal would have been an hour 45, which I didn't train enough for an hour 45. I knew I was not going to hit hour 45, but we hit hour 55, which last time I did a half marathon, I did an hour 56. So we got 1 minute faster. It's just frustrating because I know I could have gone faster. Not that I'm like super competitive and trying to go much faster, but obviously I would like to improve, and it's fun to feel fast and strong. But I know I could have gone faster if I wasn't in that stomach pain, like my legs and my cardio, like I was feeling fine. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so we're doing the cupboard doors today. I went to the store being Habitat for Humanity, and I got these. Now these are cabinet door hinges. I'm sure most people have seen them before. This part goes on the cabinet, this thing hooks onto the door and it opens. And the reason that these are nice is because if you can see when I'm opening it, I don't know how much you can tell, but it's pulling it up. So it pulls the door out of the way so that the door doesn't bump up against the cabinet. It like makes things open really nicely and look more flush when they're closed. And these are $8 to $10 at Home Depot per piece, I'm pretty sure. That seems really high, but I think that's what it was. Anyway, if you go to Habitat for Humanity, at my Habitat for Humanity anyways, they have hundreds and hundreds of these in boxes for $1 a piece, opposed to the $8 a piece. And we're going to be using these to hang up the cupboard doors. I also got this wood at Home Depot the other day. I don't think I talked about it, but it said white wood panel or something. And it was $22 for an 8-foot piece. And it stained so much nicer than the pine that I've been doing. Like, this looks amazing, which is good because it's gonna be the door fronts. So this is a 1x12, it's 11 1/4 inch wide. We're gonna have a door here, and I've decided we're having 2 cabinets up here on the right because I don't have enough stuff to fill up this space. We saw me filling up the books and stuff at the top here before. Let me change the angle. You guys obviously saw me setting up the books and stuff. I think my camera died, but you saw a bit of it, and that's all the books that we have pretty much. Brendan was like, you could put some of my school books up there, but they're big, and so they won't fit like this way. I could put them on their side, which I might do in the corner. It might look kind of nice to have some books stacked on the side. I also would like to get some photo albums because I don't have any photos, because who has photos anymore? We all just have them on our phone. But I got this photo album at the thrift store forever ago and I didn't end up filling it. But my grandma growing up had photo albums, and she would just have like the year on the binding, and then you could go to, like, we would go to the year that we were like 10 years old, and I could flip through and see photos of me when I was 10 years old. And it's kind of fun. And they have mini ones like this. So if I collect these at the thrift store, they'll actually fit up here. I mean, or I could have big ones on their side too. I'm not opposed to that. But anyway, these cupboards are going to be so nice because I have candles that I want to hide behind here. I might put our board games and stuff behind here. It's just going to be amazing. So let's get to it. I also at Habitat for Humanity this morning got these poles. I really like these chrome just like plain handles. I got some for my desk that I built upstairs, and I really like the look of them. So we're gonna use these, and I'm gonna make the cupboards open this way. I have some like latches from the van that will keep the cupboard door closed, so we'll just use those. Something like that. Then you pull it open. Cute. Let's go attach these. I just have to drill a hole in the bottom of the door and we can attach it. Even this cubby section right here, I was also saving for books, and like I don't have any more books. But for now we can just have some empty shelves. I mean, it'll look fine. We're in the garage. I've got the third board here because obviously now I'm doing a third cupboard. I had to cut a third, excuse me, board. We're doing wood conditioner. Then we let it sit for 30 minutes and then we do stain, and it's supposed to make the stain go on more smoothly. Does it actually? I don't know. I haven't done the ultimate test. Honestly, in my opinion, don't think so, but better safe than sorry. Who goes there?
Hi.
How did it go?
We lost both games.
Oh, sorry,
We almost beat
Brendan.
the best team though.
Okay.
The first game we both were just so bad. Like, we were so bad. And then we're like, fuck, we're gonna get absolutely smoked by this team. And then we lost by like 2 points, and we lost by like 3 points, and then we were winning, and then we lost by 2 points. Like it was like 10-7.
That was the good team?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the guy at the end, he was like, you guys got so much better since the last time we played you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa. You played them the first time, though.
Yeah, that was the first time we went.
Yeah.
That was the first time we played them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was like, yeah, you guys got way better.
With no practice?
With no practice. I was like, yeah, we like haven't.
Hinges are on. Just gonna put the handle in place. Lovely. Hey y'all! So last night it started to get a little dark in here, and it's gonna get dark again because it's 8 p.m. But we're gonna finish this up, and I'm sorry, as you can see, I already put one cupboard in, and it's looking amazing.
That's amazing.
But I put it in last night and didn't film because it was dark, I was tired, it was late, I was trying to get to bed, I was trying to go watch Clarkson's Farm. I love Clarkson's Farm. Brendan and I are currently watching season 4, it's amazing. But yeah, the cupboard went absolutely amazingly, like so. My vision came to life perfectly. I might have mentioned this, I don't know if I did, but I have these little things from my van to keep the drawers closed. So you put this on the door and you put this on the shelf. And then when you close the door, I guess it would be like this, just since it's closing upwards. But so when you close the door, it would go and then it like clicks into here to hold it in place, which since I'm using these types of hinges, they already hold the door in place pretty well because it like snaps into place. But it's just nice to have a little bit of extra something something. So let's bang out these last two. I'm excited to get this done because it's gonna look awesome, and then I can tidy up. So I'm just attaching the hinges to the shelf here. So then I can get the shelf perfectly in place. I'm just gonna get the screws ready. That way I don't need to fumble around when I'm holding this up. I'm hoping it's kind of snug, so maybe it'll hold itself in place. Perfect. By the way, I am just putting these shelves in with pocket hole screws underneath here. And voila. Wow. Epic, absolute epic sauce. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to get this little lamp in because this black lamp in the corner is not working. I think I just need to get a new bulb for it. And so it's been feeling dark on the couch. So I'm gonna put this little lamp over here, which I was at IKEA today to get like a few things that I wanted and just like tubs and like things like that. They have this lamp right now that I love so much. It's so cute. And you can dim it just by twisting it because it has this thing, like this plastic fan almost, that like opens and closes as much as you want it to be dimmed. It's like a manual dimming situation. Anyway, whatever. I do want that lamp, but I stopped myself from getting that lamp today because I was like, I don't really need that lamp. But now if I'm having this little lamp over here, now I don't have a lamp on this squiggly shelf situation that I have in the corner. So maybe I'll have to get it for over there. Maybe not. Maybe not. I do like it a lot though. And I love yellow. I'm not gonna buy things just to fill up these shelves. It's not really my style. And I don't wanna just buy more books to put them on my bookshelf. Like I would buy, there are a few books that I have gotten rid of over time that I would like to put in here that I'll probably try and thrift because, you know, sustainability and whatevers. I would like to have the Twilight set. I would like to have all the Harry Potter books. I would like to have, well, I guess that's really it. When you only read fantasy books. There's other ones I can think of, like ones from when I grew up that like, I was like, I'm too old for these now, but I would like to have them because it would be kind of nostalgic to read them. Like there was this book growing up called Ink Spell that I love that I would like to read again. And there was like this magic series. It was magic with a Y and a K. And it was like about wizards and I loved it so much. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so the shelves are done. I need to tidy them up and vacuum a little bit, but I really want to go for a run. So I'm actually going to stop here, even though I do have one more thing that I'd like to talk about. So I'm really sorry, but we're going to cut to tomorrow. And I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to do some shots for you. Some shots? No, I'm going to take some shots for you. That's the same thing. I'm still taking shots, doing shots. Whatever, I'm going to take some camera shots. And yeah, the thing that I want to do is I want to put some candles in the fireplace that I got today at IKEA. So, but I'm chasing daylight. I just need to go for a run and I need to leave this and I'll clean it up tomorrow morning. I need to go for a run and just relax. So we're leaving this for now in a bit of a mess. A bit of a mess. There's like 4 things on the table, whatever. Okay, see you tomorrow. Well, I'll see you in 5 seconds. Like, what am I talking about? I know I'm wearing the same thing. Believe it or not, it's a different day. This is just the trick of the trade. I've set up the shelves. I think I already showed you me setting up the shelves. However, I did put a piece of art back here. That was what was in our drawing, and I think it would hang perfectly in this little square area, but Brendan and I will have to have a paint night and paint some things on this canvas, and there's also this canvas here that needs to be painted. So we'll do that sometime. That'll be fun. This is all the decor I have right now. We've put candles and my photos in here that I need to organize, and this guy's empty, and this guy has spare vases that I'm not using right now. So fun stuff, very fun stuff. I like that I have like a little spaces to hide some of the decor that I'm not using right now until I like actually can set it up, because right now it's upstairs in the closet and I want to put Brendan's school stuff in the closet, yada, yada, yada. Also, went to IKEA yesterday and I found this yellow clock. It's so cute. It is Tajinga. And I have one upstairs. I have a black one that's similar to this. I thought it was IKEA. I found it at a thrift store. They must just not have that black one anymore, but they have this cool shaped yellow one. And I love having a little clock, so I don't have to have my phone on me at all times because I don't wear a watch. I don't wear a watch. And as stated before, we are going to do the candles in the fireplace. Let's do that. I always am a bit torn on what to do in the fireplace because I've had candles in here before and it looks quite messy. I've had candlesticks in here before with like my taper candles, but that also looks messy and you're not even like appreciating the candlestick anyways when there's just a ton hiding in here, I felt like. So maybe eventually I would want to have just like a ton of brass ones. I think that looks good from what I've seen on Pinterest. And I do have some that I've thrifted over time. However, I can use these elsewhere and just put them in my storage cupboards for now. I have this green one because from what I can tell on Pinterest, I like the look of when it's all white candles, or at least off-white candles. So I got IKEA's pillar candles. I'm probably not going to burn these that often, but I'll just start them tonight so that they like look like they've been burning. And then maybe if it was like winter and I was having a cozy night in, I would have them on. Now, some of you might be thinking, what about using the fireplace? We don't really use the fireplace. We used it twice this winter, and when I went to clean it, I was like, this is so not worth it. Like, this is so not worth cleaning this out, especially because Brendan and I both run quite hot. So having a fire in here and like trying to chill in here, we both just end up absolutely cooking. Yeah, like we had our families over and we ended up having to open the door anyways to let a breeze in because the fire was getting so hot. So I'm just not doing fires, okay? We're just not doing fires anymore. So for now, I've just got the pillar candles. I do also like the look of them being in glass jars, and I also like the idea of there being less mess, but I didn't want to buy, I don't even know if IKEA has glass jars like that, but I also didn't want to buy them there. There's always so many plain glass vases at the thrift store, so I'll just thrift them over time if I do want to do that. So let's set these up. Let's see what I can come up with here. Might like hide this one in the back. Okay, this is just simply too many. I think I'll do that many. Just put these with the spare candles. And I don't think that a random green one is gonna look good in there. Maybe. No. I don't like it. Okay, let's light them up. Cute. Okay, cute. Also, I forgot to mention, the black lamp that was in the corner here, completely broken. Wasn't the light bulb that was busted, it's the lamp. The lamp is completely broken. I took it apart and one of the wires is completely cut. It can't be rewired, at least I can't rewire it. So I guess it's an excuse to go to the thrift store and find a new lamp. I also finished painting the trim white around the globe ceiling light and it looks so cool. I like it a lot. It's perfect. It's a perfect fix. Okay, that is everything that I have for this video. I know I said it's possibly going to be a short one at the beginning. Psych, gotcha. You knew it was going to be a long one. She can never stop talking. Who is this girl? She can never shut up. I hope you liked my updates. I am loving the shelves already. It looks so much better, I think. Especially since we don't have enough stuff to fill them. Just having the closed shelves, now they're not just like open and empty. It's so awesome. And I'm already liking how the candles look. And I have nothing else to say. So I'll see you next week. I'll see you next Thursday. Oh yeah, I guess I was supposed to give a peri-D update. If you would like to hear about my perioral dermatitis, then stick around. And if you are only here for house stuff and you don't care about my bad skin, then get the heck out of here. And we'll see you next time. For anybody who's interested, let's go upstairs. Let's talk about peri-D for a little bit. Okay, we're in the bathroom. Welcome to the bathroom. So, firstly, perioral dermatitis, it's a skin condition that happens around your mouth. It's just like little red bumps, and it happens to women in their mid-20s to early 40s, and they don't really know why. Most commonly caused by a steroid cream. Like if you have something else on your face and you're using a steroid cream, you can have a perioral dermatitis flare-up. Or like I said, chewing gum, certain essential oils. Some people think that it's SLS, which is what makes soap sudsy in shampoo and like soap products. Yeah, there's a million things that could trigger it that they think, but there's no like root cause and there's not really much of a reason why people get it. It's not even necessarily because of people having sensitive skin, because I've never had sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive skin at all, except for now I have perioral dermatitis. Now I have peri-D. But otherwise, I've like never really had any sensitive skin problems, and I can use pretty much any product on my face and not have any problems. Although I don't really use any products. Like I actually just wash my face with water and then I put moisturizer on. That's why this is also kind of strange, because it also commonly happens when women are using lots of retinols and all these certain serums and things on their face. It like destroys your skin barrier, and then you can also have a flare up. So mine's already looking better. Okay. This is what it looks like. Do you see that? Do you see this? Do you see that? So you can cure it with antibiotics orally or like an antibiotic cream. I didn't want to use antibiotics partially because they're not good for you, especially if you have to keep on taking them, and also because I just don't want it to come back. It feels like that's like a quick fix and then it could just easily come back, and I don't have like a go-to remedy and I have to go to the doctor every time and get on antibiotics. So I took to TikTok and I just watched a bunch of videos of all these girls talking about their perioral dermatitis, their like photos and stuff, and what worked, what didn't. They've tried so many things. This is why TikTok is the best, because everybody just explains like, there's any problem you have, you could just type it into TikTok. Any recipe you want, you can type it into TikTok. I ordered this stuff from America. It was $30. I think it's $15 if you're actually in America, but then I had to pay like $10 shipping, whatever. It says acne treatment on it. It's Dela Cruz sulfur cream, and it is 10% sulfur cream. There's literally two ingredients in this. The inactive ingredient is polyethylene glycol, which is, I'm guessing, the vessel to get this on, and then sulfur 10%. And it really dries out your skin a lot. You're only supposed to put it on for 10 minutes and then wash it off. I've only been using this for 5 days and it's already cleared up my perioral dermatitis so much, it's crazy. Perioral dermatitis also often takes weeks, months, years. Sometimes people literally never get rid of it and they just have it for the rest of their life, and then sometimes it flares up and sometimes it's more mild. But some people live with this forever. So this has been working so well, it's crazy. However, it does dry you out a lot. My lips are like pretty dry. That's okay though, we'll take it for now. The other thing that lots of people were talking about was calendula. This is a moisturizer. I just have this one. It's just at the drugstore. It's like such a nice cream. It's not scented. It goes on like so smoothly. I've been using this on my lips as well, and that's what I feel like is keeping my lips from actually getting extremely dry from the sulfur cream. And then all the girlies on TikTok were swearing by this. I got this La Roche-Posay Psychoplast B5 cream. And I think this is also doing a good job. So I'll do the sulfur cream, then I'll put this on, then I'll kind of brush my teeth, let it like soak in a little bit, and then I'll put this on. And this one's a little bit more greasy, so I usually just put this one on around my mouth. And I don't know if all 3 of these are working. I don't know if just 2 of them are working. I don't know, maybe it's just the sulfur that's working and I could have just used my regular unscented lotion that I usually use, but better safe than sorry, so I'm just gonna keep on using all 3 until it goes away. Oh, and similar to the gum, it also can be caused by the mints and oils and things that are in toothpaste, including fluoride. So I did switch back. I used to use a natural toothpaste and then I stopped because they're so expensive, but I did switch back. I got this one. It's called Hello. That's what I switched back to. I'm gonna use up the rest of my shampoo, but it does have SLS in it, which some people were saying it could also be a trigger, so I'm going to get a shampoo that doesn't have SLS after that. I'm going to get Attitude because I really like Attitude. I have their unscented body lotion, and this is what I usually use on my face and my body. And that's my Peri-D journey, if anybody was interested. And I'll keep you updated on how it goes. Hopefully it goes away. It seems to be going away, but then simultaneously more seems to be popping up, which I think is why it's so hard to get rid of, because you kind of need to get ahead of it. But more is going away than popping up, so hopefully I can just get ahead of it and it completely goes away. The other thing that I will say about Peri-D from my research is that often it's a bacteria Peri-D, which I'm assuming is what I have, and that's why these things are working. But some people do have a fungal Peri-D, and so they said they were trying all of these remedies that people say to try and nothing was working, and so then they had to go out and get like a proper like antifungal foot cream, and that worked. So if this doesn't work, then I'll assume that I need to get the fungal cream and I'll maybe try that, but it seems to be working. And I think I mentioned that my doctor gave me a cream, so I may as well just show you. My doctor gave me this cream, but it says it's for acne, and it is a benzoyl peroxide clindamycin. So it's got clindoxyl and benzoyl peroxide in it, I guess. But this is more to clear acne, and it actually could irritate my skin and flare up my Peri-D potentially, so I decided not to use this. And when I told my friend Jasmine about my plans to get rid of my Peri-D, she actually did tell me that one of her friends got a cream from their doctor first and it didn't work. It actually made it worse. And then they had to go on a oral antibiotic, I think. So worst comes to worst, I will go and get oral antibiotics from my doctor, but I'm just gonna try this first. And if anybody has anything else to say about Peri-D, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next Thursday. We'll see what we're cooking with. I'm not really sure. I have a busy weekend, so it might just be more of like a sit-down video. I don't know how much I'm going to be getting done around the house. But I'm also got a patio makeover planned, and it's going to be sick. Okay, goodbye.